Welcome back. So a lot has happened with a massive update that just recently came out with this game. My game ended up kind of messing up, so I had to restart, which doesn't bother me at all. This is my new character. I think he looks a lot better than the old one. I don't know, I just like him. He's just awesome. But I've been able to do a lot of like upgrading. You know, I love this pistol you can get early on. I have the Storms one, which I just recently am starting to level up here or improve because I love the lightning-based abilities. I have the wolf armor on. I love the look of it, and like it gives you great damage reduction for like really little stamina, and like it's a really awesome piece. I really like it. We're running the Chanters, Panpipes. I can summon the Phantom, which is really cool. A lot of times I forget to do it, but I just like the idea of it. I like the 15% critical damage from this ring, and then critical hit steal poison. It's just a little extra. Doesn't really matter. But where I'm at right now is I'm gonna get this bounty. We're gonna kill this Gan thing, and when I redid, or I had to make a new game, nothing's different except for the fact that early on the Oracle, he's not dead, and I was able to sneak through here, go to the gland, and talk to the queen here, the tree queen, Gan queen, whatever the fuck, and she gave me the essence I needed for what's her name? One of the new followers there. I can't remember her name here. Fior, that got exiled. Where she sends you to talk to Elsa, and then you have to talk to the two people at the docks that are like talking to you like you're dumb, you don't understand English and stuff like that. So lots happened. And as you can see, I've been through areas we've already been and just literally uncovering the map as best I can. Doing stuff we've already done, that way we're not like repeatedly doing the same quest and stuff like that. But yeah, so the plan is I'm going to kill her. There's a tree outpost here. So if you guys remember, we rescued that ranger from the bandits, and he talks about like a little tree place that you can like see the valley from. So I think it's got to be this, I'm assuming. This dead tree. I don't know. But we're going to check this out afterwards, after I kill them.
For you! Egworth and Roth!
That's my little face.
You should be another down.
Wait, was that you talking? That wasn't you talking, was it?
Glad that's over. You picked the wrong fight.
That is you talking. I didn't know you talked. That's cool. Alright, we'll get the head for our bounty. Looks like we took all of their name heads. Oh, these more bounty hunters that came. Oh, that tree ran right through them. Can you imagine? Damn. This one, that should be, yep, we got all the trophies. Excuse me. I'm still a little sick too, so I'm gonna try not to cough. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's just normal rangers here. Yeah, but when we talk to the rangers, they think there's a traitor amongst them, and then those group of bandits.
Shipments keep getting smaller and smaller.
They talk about having someone in the rangers be a traitor. So, and there was also a point in time where we found those notes that talked about a traitor within the Emerald in Fior itself that was trying to help out the Inquisitor. I don't know if they'd be like tied together, maybe, or the same person, but Ranger out.
I swear these grain shipments keep getting smaller and smaller.
Small. Vertical advantage. Like a crow's nest. These rangers know their stuff.
Yeah. Please read this very carefully. If your name is not Ranger Vincenzo, then do not eat the rations marked Ranger. We may be posted way out here in the woods, but there's no excuse for acting like animals. So is he just talking about like rations in general, or the ones that were given to him? If you're looking for firewood when you're on patrol, anything will do. Just make sure it's dry. I know that's not an easy thing to find, but please do what you can. Our reserves are running uncomfortably low, and I don't want to be left unable to communicate with our leaders in case of an emergency. Do you make sense? Do you like the beacon? If you need aid or something? Oh.
Bob, I knew I left my rations in the tent before patrol, and now they're gone. As soon as I find out who took them, they'll be sorry.
I'm sure they're struggling for food just like everybody else is. Now they're starting to steal from each other. Never good.
I was looking forward to those rations too.
I want to loot up before we end up talking to whoever's in charge here.
Looks like a shrine to Helia. Did I get that right?
Well, I was certainly not expecting such a distinguished guest at my humble outpost here. Some heads up would have been nice. We have signal fires for a reason, you know.
Yeah, but you're already talking about being low on supplies and shit, so I mean, why would they waste it?
Besides the usual encroaching wilds and angry primordials, you mean? Well, there are the Traitors. Or there were. We have you to thank for that, don't we? Ah, remind me not to get on your bad side. Now, I really must be returning to my duties. Safe travels to you.
What duties you got going on, huh? What are you actually doing? But the Traitors, I'm assuming it's that group of outlaws that killed and saved that one guy. Give me all this good stuff. Oh,
Give me a moment.
ancient memory.
I'll join you in gawking at the view when my legs stop swearing at me.
What kind of game is that? Someone to talk to? No, we got this here. No. Let's see. A big thing that I've also found out is like these common things They hardly sell for 36 for coin, whatever. But the fine stuff sells for a lot. So we keep these and we'll sell them like that. This I'll just break down for the resources because it's just common shit. It doesn't sell for nothing. In fact, it weighs me down more than it's actually worth. So do that, but keep the fine stuff. So I want to save again. This ancient memory.
We have been here before. The distant winds breathe soft across your skin too.
See, that looks like ruins of like the godlike ruins that they're talking about.
Cold fog pools in a valley, dripping down from the hips of the mountains. The haze obscures a murder. They strike against each other. Sparks skitter along blades and light two faces in the dark. Now our memory is a wound, reopened. It didn't have to die. Twin stars fall through night and collide beside the sea. Nekad and Enhekala. The arc of one bright light obliterates the other. You are Enhekala, a Tabaru Sinakis. You speak for the garden, and for us, the gardener. You have not seen Nekad for 10 years on the day you come to blows. Which memory of him is true?
Wait, what? Whoa. I'm trying to piece together what they're talking about, kind of like in the riddles, but which memory of him is true? Because it called me them the gardener, me like a flower or something. Like
Your relationship was often complicated.
so someone I knew very well.
But who was Nekad to us in Hekala? Help
Nekad?
us to remember.
So that's like the Nekad ruins, or like right. Hold on, let me hit F here. So Nekad was a figure in or godless mythology, clash with over the construction of Nakud Tech. But the place had the eerie music all the time, so they clashed together. The ancient hero of the living land is credited with the construction of this. All that's left of their work is the ruin in emeralds there. Born as godlikes and imbued with a special purpose from their creator. The garden. So is this voice is the garden? A mythical location, ancient power, mystery, the heart of the living lands. Okay. And they're calling, the voice is calling me this. It's saying I'm a Nekla. Ancient hero lands, credited with the construction. Okay. Man, but it doesn't say. So it was a prevalent figure in Eden, or godless mythology clashed with destruction. So it doesn't state that either of these two are some type of god or godlike. But here it talks about born as godlikes. If I'm going off of what I'm hearing, I almost want to pick my rival.
Nekad, your pole star, a piercing luminance toward which your access could not help but point. Always ahead of you, always out of reach. Did you hate him?
I'm probably going to go with something like this.
Your ambivalence infuriated him. You exploited his rage and won. He taught us too. What did Nekad learn from us?
What did Nekad learn from us? So I'm going to throw number 2 out the window. I don't think we're talking about the boys now. This would make sense, like Fior. The traditions were from the old world. You were frightening and new. But then again, maybe necessarily not. I mean, if we're talking about how they came to this place to, live and build and stuff like that, then maybe I guess technically you were here first. But Fior would still, drag them, especially when you start coming, godless-like, I would assume, with the facial structure and stuff like that. As your intentions were sound, but you were young as our people. We were growing up together. Which is what I kind of feel like is happening now. So, let's go with tolerance.
You should both have been afraid. There was a disaster. In a temple, we did something terrible.
Uh-oh.
Many of our people died. It was why you built it. Naku Tedek. But in Hekala, what did we do?
Huh. I might do, flew into a rage or the first taste of misery terrified. We'll go with this one.
The rock slide took a village with it. We recall a shard of memory. We were battered, weightless. The earth gave way beneath our feet. We were left to fall alone. There was no time to scream. We looked with horror upon what we had done. How could you bear to speak to us?
I'm going to throw out the first one. I kind of like number 2 or 3. For the first time he felt regret. And we'll consider the voice like a god. And it talks about how it's glad that you had grown, experience something, maybe you can do better from it. But then you struggled not to hate you, or how much power you wielded over us. Which also wouldn't surprise me either. Well, I think I'm going to go with 2.
Your pride only shamed us more. What havoc had we wrought before that this disaster would bring you joy? After the crisis passed, the people wailed in agony. Did the gang forever wander the nothing of the in-between? You proposed an easy road for their souls to travel on, Nakutedek, where you returned the dying to the Adra and their bodies to the soil.
Oh. Whoa, what? Whoa. It's almost like we're talking about animancy now. You propose an easy road for their souls to travel on. And in the middle of the Naku building is that huge-ass Adra, the giant one. So I made the daunting journey to reincarnation simple. It liberated us from mystery to reincarnation. Because does that mean like when they talk about the turn of the wheel in your next life? I gave the grieving comfort that their loved ones would swiftly return. I don't like this aim. We use their bodies to fucking enrich the soil. No. Suspicious of the temple's purpose was what the other Tembaru wanted, so the other god likes wanted. They were where you return the dying to the Adra and their bodies to the soul. So I don't think we're talking in terms of like, I think we're just talking about literally like godless people, right? I'm a big 4.
Sublimination of the individual to benefit the whole. We should like that to be our way. Yet Nikad, your rival, opposed Nakutedek's construction with his every breath and word.
Okay.
How could he despise your mission? We do not remember why.
I'm gonna do tradition. So, change the old ways and give people hope.
Preserving the old ways was the hinge Nikad's life turned upon. Without his purpose, he would have been lost for how to live. Your rival, Nikad, was a storykeeper, and our people's stories say that your souls are wild things. Your souls leave your bodies and run free across the land to enter death and return to life in their own time. So it has been, and so Nikad believed it should always be. Why did you betray him?
So, okay. Yeah, so we're talking about the godlikes, how they return, do stuff like that. So, I'm assuming. Oh, this is where, like, not knowing anything about any of the other games or stuff like that really doesn't help. So why did you betray him? I'll just say I believe differently.
Strength, persuasion, how we bend others to our will. This is what preoccupied you. We remember now. When he finally saw Naku Tedek and understood what you had built, what did Nakad do?
Wow. I'll do the top one.
He cornered you in an alley. He shoved you into a wall. He begged to know why you stole true reincarnation from the people. His tears shone. He did not wait for you to answer. He pulled a knife from his belt. The torchlight flickered on the steel. He held it to your throat. What did you do, Enhekala, when your rival threatened your life?
Huh.
We remember. Steel on steel, a spurt of blood, a sound of pain. You stood over him and wept. Could he have been right about you? One more thing, Enhekala. What did you feel as he died?
Forgiveness or regret? I feel like I tried to, like, see his side.
You planted a tree near Naku Tedek to remember him by. As it grew, we learned that we should not pass judgment, but observe. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Priest management. I mean, I'm still very unsure. It's almost like we're creating the story ourselves. Almost like depending on how we pick these choices here. You know? That's kind of like what I'm gathering. Huh. Let's run over there and see what that is. Or I wonder if this, like, old memory of our story of this Lard and Nakar, whatever, it's kind of what's turning into, like, probably me the Inquisitor story. Kind of like that. Gilded skull. Cool down on second wind. I mean, it looks really cool for a trinket, but I don't. I'm not really. Reduce cool down to second wind. Am I going the right way? What is this? Is this looks like the house. Yep, it's the house that leads to the bandits. Okay, I gotta go this way. Right, that way. Yeah, this, right? Or no, that's just the castle. Yep. I've already been up there. Not castle, but that little outpost, yes. Been up there. That's what makes sure there's no, like, easy accessibility. Yeah, I already went up there. And we've done that this place on camera. It's like underneath there. Alright, I'm not really seeing anything. Let's head back to Fior. Search for a root shrink. Actually, you know what? Let's come over here. We'll do this first. And then we're going to head back into Fior because I need to talk to, I can't remember her damn name. I really can't. Ah, this one here. I have to return the essence to one of her friends there, but we'll just come over this way. Yeah. Fortunately, I got to run over there. Not a big deal, but always need to grab resources. But I don't want to fast travel to the camp and then have to camp. I want to camp right now. This. So search for a root, strangled tree. This one. Would it be you? Or no, this. Search the tree for evidence. Assuming you find this letter intact in time before you go any further, make sure you haven't been followed to this location. Having stalked bandits in this forest before, I know the usual level of care you people take, and I generally find it lacking. Once you are certain you weren't followed, come to my camp in the mouth of the river, southwest of Fior, and we'll discuss how you can further help me bring order to the valley. Don't make me regret our accord. Okay. So is it? So this is what the ranger. Meet the ranger at the designated location. Oh, looks like I'll be doing this before we head all the way back in. So down here. Okay, let's fast travel here then. I mean, it'd be nice to probably figure out who the actual murderer is for the rangers. They have to supply food for everybody, or at least try their best to. Just to feed the damn city. Well, also having to fight bands. Luckily, I'm here to get rid of a lot of them, but let's save. Oh, it's of course. Okay, yeah, she was waiting outside one of the gates of Fior.
Envoy? What are you? You're full of surprises. I was expecting someone else, but I think this could work out better for both of us.
Why?
Just a few friends. Though it seems they were no longer inclined to meet with me after you let their hostage go. Once you hear my side, Envoy, I think you'll agree I was only trying to help.
So, I'm assuming her friends are the bandits, and the hostage is the ranger I let go. I think you're the one who killed. Yep.
Unfortunately. I didn't want to, but he forced my hand. I thought I was clever. Skimming a little extra pay from the coffers, surveying the city's weaknesses, laying caches for my friends. But it was like Monato had eyes in the back of his head. Nothing got by him. I tried to explain, but he couldn't understand. Wouldn't. He'd completely closed his ears to reason.
So you killed him for it?
Poor bastard was always too principled for his own good.
So,
After a fashion.
Unbelievable.
They were a means to an end. Don't tell them that. Everyone likes to feel special. They were supposed to kill Verano, but I guess they figured they could get more coin if they ransomed him back to us instead. Idiots. I'm preparing Emerald Stair for Adir's arrival, obviously. Your people have already pacified Paradise, with contracts and clean water, with promises of safety. I want to be safe. I want all of us to finally be safe.
You've got a hazy picture at best, Dorso. The envoy was still killed in the street, and Ludwine's idea of pacified is anything but.
And I know what empires do, Envoy. They expand. Your soldiers would have come here sooner or later. I'm helping us avoid resistance and bloodshed when they do.
wait, what? So, I mean, I know some of them didn't necessarily agree. Some of the Rangers, and obviously, whether it's Rangers or people, don't agree with the Adirians being here. That doesn't mean you kill them.
Fior is wasting away, Envoy. Animancy isn't helping us anymore, if it ever did. But no one in the city wants to admit it.
So you murder your own?
Our crops rot in the fields, bears turn to beasts and attack on sight. The very earth disintegrates beneath our feet. I think it's time we accept help from someone stronger, wealthier, better organized. From Adir. Then we can turn things around like Paradis has. Maybe then we can be safe. But Vidarro, Quilici, Captain Asierno, they're too proud. They won't do what must be done. So I'm doing it myself.
So, okay. So well, obviously the governor's an idiot. And he also has the Dream Scourge, his mother who has a Dream Scourge in that fucking bedroom. But he also pretends like it doesn't exist when obviously it fucking does. I don't understand what the hell he's doing anyways. Like, he just seems like an idiot. I can agree with that. The Ranger Captain, I don't really know. Let's see. Let's press F. I need to Pierre. So this is the old man, right? The old man? Is that who we're talking about? So, well, I wonder, is there anything, has she ever talked to her? So is she, maybe she's the traitor then that the Inquisitor is talking about? So she's also the murderer of the Rangers, but the traitor, I'm assuming, right? I'm assuming. I think so. Because I've already handled the steel heroic that the Inquisitor sent. Now I haven't seen the Inquisitor since I was told she crossed the bridge ahead of time, or at least ahead of me. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I have any. I mean, even we're not necessarily trying to help take over. Well, I guess we were talking about the Adirians and the Steel Garrote. Like, I don't think the Emperor would want it like this. We're not just going to start killing people that necessarily don't like us just to make it easier to friggin', well, in order to make sure we take over. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, I think, well, I think for this one, because I've actually spared a lot of, call them, debatably probably bad people that you really probably would normally just get rid of. So I think in this one I am not going to do any of that. Oh yeah, I'm going to say this first.
You killed them all. But they were going to... So all of this was for nothing. I betrayed the Rangers. I killed my friends. For nothing? Gods curse you, Envoy.
Let's go.
Bitch.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
Maybe we'll do like a complete playthrough where it's just like kill everybody, do what the fuck we want. Maybe we'll do one like that. But I think in this, I think for now that is probably the best choice based off of like how I'm kind of playing this character. You know, I am the Emperor's envoy, but you know, when, like we talked about how we're separate from the Sealed Garrote. You know, we're not here to punish and execute and do all that. We're actually fair, try to help out, be decent people.
I sincerely hope you have some good news for me.
Are you gonna lie at this? I mean, what would be the reason why I would want to lie during this? I mean, sure, we don't like this Casa Grada guy. He's a fucking bitch who left the person that we freed from the group of bandits behind. And why would I say there isn't none? I don't know. I'm gonna tell him the truth.
My gods, I can't believe this.
Ilia's wings uplift us.
She's been with the Rangers since she was a girl. She trained most of my men.
This is... Fotito. This is big, Asierno.
What happened to her? Where is she now?
No.
Without the trial? Good gods.
Frontier justice. That's what a traitor deserves.
Masoni, please.
You said you
Where's
did like
her body
Adirians,
now,
but you like
Andre?
us now. And down near the mouth of the river by the waterfall.
I'll send a few of the senior rangers out to find her.
Thank you, Masso. What a nightmare. I don't know what I'm going to tell my men. A traitor in the Rangers. This situation beggars belief. Do you know why she did it?
See, I wonder how important this is. Well, I mean, I'm most likely going to pick the first one here. But I hate how it says Adirian takeover, because right now, the Adirians are kind of like, we have two sides. We have me and the Ambassador, and the Emperor, and then we have like the Inquisitor and her ideals, and the Steel Garrote and what she thinks the Emperor actually wants, or at least the Empire needs. Which really just shows how split we are, but yeah, we're trying to help. Yeah.
Be serious, envoy.
She was always talking about how we needed strength. Do you remember, Masso? More swords, more coin. And she complained that animancy wouldn't fix our problems. but I didn't think she had so little faith in Fior.
No one took her seriously.
Evidently, she was quite serious about it. I didn't want to believe it could be her. Gods beyond, what a mess. Thank you, Envoy. Ranger Monato has been properly avenged, and now I have a lot of work to do to rebuild my squad. I suppose anything is possible. Here's your reward. It's the least we can do for your assistance. Thank you again. Step carefully out there. We are living through strange times.
I hope this at least lets them clean up their ranks.
Yes. And plus, like, I didn't want to tell her to fucking, like, leave and never come back type of thing. She could probably just find the Inquisitor and help her do some other bullshit. You know, it's less help for the Inquisitor. I just have a feeling where you're going to put the Inquisitor down. That's probably coming at some point. What was that? Oh, yeah, I want to see... What'd you give me? Oh, what this? Ooh. 20% reload speed. So right now I don't have anything for the secondary one. I'm really loving these musket-like things. Exceptional dagger. Yeah, I'll be selling that. Cool, cool. Alright. Wow. Alright. Track quest, yeah, it's probably going inside of... That's fine. Now, I don't know if everyone remembers the guy that you talked to that's like... That's a spy for the ambassador. He's like, come to me if you need, like, help. Now, I told him, like, if he needs to, just to go home. And he's like, yeah, the ambassador probably won't like that. And I was like, well, you know, he told me he owes me favors. Like, well, I'll tell him he gave me the orders to. Now, I don't think I actually sent him home. I'm pretty sure I didn't. But I've, like, run around Fior looking for him. Because I didn't know if, like, maybe I should tell him about the governor here. Because, like, the governor has that, you know, he has the obvious fucking Dream Scourge in his own fucking mansion. Which I don't know if the Dream Scourge is, like, airborne or if it's, like, done on contact. I don't know how that fucking shit works. But like, I don't know. I was just wondering what I could report to him to send back to the ambassador. Because you can fast travel back, but you can't actually say nothing to the ambassador. Like, what's gone on so far, at least. So, I mean, I don't know. Excuse me. Alright. Let's see. What do you have? I haven't got. Alright. Okay, let's sell this stuff. And I want to buy this because it's unique. This is what we fucking do. Oh man, these things are so expensive to buy. Honestly. They really are. Fuck, I'd love to get more of these though, but that's a lot of damn money. Have anything else? Not really. Let's go ahead. I'll send that back. Now let's drop off the rest of the bounties.
Welcome back. You are here to collect a bounty, huh?
Yes. Yep.
If only we could find a way to coexist with them. But I suppose it is in their nature to oppose innovation. Huh? Nature?
Wow, you're dropping fucking puns on me. Alright. But it would be cool to kind of coexist with them. I mean, I didn't kill the queen and her group of people, so they're still out and about. And the nice thing, though, is, like, they will attack you on sight until, like they'll attack you on sight, but then if you talk to her and resolve it without, like, the violence and stuff, then they won't attack you anymore, which is cool. Now, I haven't been back to see if that still continues or if it was just until I left, but, I mean, hopefully not.
From the depths of my soul, I thank you. May their poor souls find peace in their rest.
Alright.
Good. Outlaws living off the hard work of others deserve nothing less.
Alright.
Perfecto. Return when you have more to claim.
Wait, do I have more to claim? I don't see any on the board. Oh, I did them all. Did I not do them all? Let's go to the journal then. Side quests. Bounty. Oh. Did I not kill this fucking? Oh, I did kill this, but I probably didn't fucking pick up the bullshit. Damn it. Because it's in the old grotto. We fought the bear before. Whatever. Let's see. Come talk to you real quick, because I'm already here.
I was never here.
You return. Have you visited all 3 grave sites? Oh, I never expected such generosity from you. You paid for my crime from your own pockets? Thank you for helping the dead to rest, my friend. You have done Fior a great service.
And wasted perfectly good food in the process.
Yep.
Now, will you stand and pray with me? Another time, perhaps. Well then, allow me to thank you properly. Please, take this token of Barrett's favor. May it keep you from her path for just a moment longer. May the usher find you quickly, Aimiko, and ferry you gently to the next life.
So, what was it you gave me? Damage from, okay. I mean, it's cool. I like collecting stuff. I mean, I'm gonna open up a freaking little museum like fucking, was it Salzo kind of has, but of actual things.
May the gods quicken your path.
Now, actually, before we go and, go back to that little anime place, I want to come back to, I want to go find that fucking bear's bullshit. No camp. Riverside Cave. There was 2. No, it's down here. Is that? The grotto. Yes, ancient grotto. Yeah, I must have killed it and not picked up the freaking stuff for the bounty. I want to do that really quick. And I think for this area's totem, like the little pillars of stuff, how we have like the scale from the Paradise area, but like it's like a torch or totem thingy. This down. Down more. The hell? Get out of the fucking water. Glad I came down and saw I missed that. What the heck? We gotta go back up. I'm not seeing any X's on the map. So you find the bear right here. Kill it. Why? Not finding anything to do with this fucking bear. Oh, don't tell me it's friggin' bugged! I don't like having it stuck in my inventory, do I? Right up. Yeah, look, I have the paw. Yeah, I got the fucking paw, the bounty right here. I have old paw here. What's going on? Ah. But what I was saying is, though, for the totem for this area, I think I have 4 out of the 6 pieces of it. That's annoying. That's not fucking. It's clearly in my inventory. I have it. So why is it you telling me fucking come back when you have the dead? The bear's dead. What are you talking about? It's saying that I haven't killed it though. What? Yeah, I must have fucking bugged out or something. Whatever. We'll discontinue this. I mean, of all quests, the bug that doesn't bother me like it would be something else, probably. That's so fucking... Whatever. I'll mess with that later, maybe. Try to figure something out. But for right now, let's come back in here and place the heart. This is what we got from the Queen. She gave us freely.
For an Adiran, you're very resourceful, and a more than capable companion for poor Giatta. There's only one way to find out. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. All that's left to do is calibrate it. First things first, let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver. No, not to worry, just testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach, looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood. All right. Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Pendulum. Chrysalis.
A prison made of doors, a grave dug with fear.
Hello? You still with me? Good. We're getting somewhere. Hey, let's go over your results. Your soul has a fascinating internal structure. Perfectly balanced. An artist couldn't have made it better. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold. Not to besmirch a colleague, but watchers aren't the most reliable sources. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting. That would be closer to Giatta's area of expertise. I'm sure she'd love to give you a look. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giatta's theory of the Dream Scourge.
Yes.
Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land. Diverted, like the flow of a river. Purposeful, maybe, but to what end? Regardless, essence doesn't just disappear. It must be going somewhere.
Uh-huh.
All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giatta my fondest regards.
Keep looking, huh? I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
Strange how the heart
Let's see. I've been doing this like max range. I've been really focusing on my perception skill because it says the max attribute bonuses end at 15. Now, I don't know how many levels are in this, but I've really just been focusing on these. See, I've maxed out the Grimoire because I'm not really into the whole wand to use, to be honest. But I love casting the spells, so I like having the Grimoires accessible so I can cast them and stuff like that. Though I might, at some point, I'll probably reset my points because I want to probably learn the spells themselves, especially ones I like. We'll try it like that at some point, but I don't know. I really love marksman stuff, so let's go ahead and get this one done. And level 15 for the next one. I'm at 14, so yeah, we'll be able to max this out. Increase damage.
remains warm after death.
Which, if you're wondering too, when you're looking at my things, like, oh, why don't you get more damage done? Well, if I go to my abilities like this, I use a lot of bows, guns, and stuff. I'm just increasing the damage done. I increased it 25%, then rank 2 was 40, and then rank 3 is 50. So I'm kind of doing damage that way. But with the perception skill, I get a hell of a lot more range, so that's why. Excuse me. I've done it that way. Alright. Oh, Giatta's house. New bounty shit pissing me off. Yeah, that quest has to be bugged, unfortunately. Let's go ahead. I'm going to save here.
Something the matter? I hope none of my colleagues scared you off. And you got his machine up and running. That's what I call progress. I helped Monto after his wife died. She was brilliant, and he took the loss hard. I'm going to miss him. Sounds like you've met with everyone. We're ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest? Makes sense. You won't find a better source of energy. Look at us. Barely even started. And already we're making progress. Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi. Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus.
So, like, right around this building is like her basement was locked.
Well, that's where I need your help.
Okay.
The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I'm sure everything's fine. It's just a spooky death basement.
Are they alive down there?
I would get it myself, but I'm not ready to face what's down
there.
there.
Are they reverence down there?
The door to the basement is just outside, around the corner. Of course you'll need a key. Please excuse the mess.
All right.
That's where her parents died. I'm glad we didn't go back.
Yes, but
Okay, Walking into the basement of an animancer I just met. Right, feels great.
You can stay here if you want, Marius. But I wonder if your family's down.
Something's not right here. Stay ready.
Yeah, that's what I assume.
Haven from the blight. Who grows here?
Haven from the blight. Who grows here? I don't like that. Who grows here? What? I almost forgot. I'm not playing by myself. So the gift bearer was that old guy that we met at the lake that wanted that moon stuff. Wait. My friends, you spend too much time in the privacy of your lab. You know that words exchange more ego. Oh, so her parents weren't even really involved in her life. Like, okay, interesting. Even though they were right here. The old man was the one, like, took care of her. Oh, there. Hidden letter. Think of agency as a lantern in the night. The weak flame offers mere glimpse of cold emptiness, just enough light. The time has come for you to take your lantern deeper into the night, even if you vanish into a place where none dare follow. Imagine how much farther your daughter can go with you lighting her path. Heed our advice. When the phantasmal focus is ready, do not hesitate. Animacy is a mere lantern, but you have invented a lighthouse, which just huh.
I feel pretty certain that those people aren't supposed to be plants.
What a horrific fate.
Beauty reborn. A life of peace.
You said beautifully reborn? How's that?
Guys, we can leave now, right?
Poor Giatta. To think she's been living with this right under her nose.
Did you make noise? No?
I don't. Anyone know what happened back there?
I think those were Giatta's parents, or whatever's left of them.
So they're dead?
Or something like that.
Gods, I can't believe this.
What if her parents are the voice the whole time and trying to get out of whatever they created? That'd be a hell of a turn of events. I mean, I doubt that, but... Let's save before I speak. Oh. Save there.
You're back. You found it. You actually found my inheritance. Did you see my mother and father? Are they still there?
Uh, the plant corpses were pretty hard to miss. I feel like that's a little harsh, but I'm kind of probably gonna go with this. Whatever I saw down there is your business. We don't need to discuss it. Well,
I'm sorry. For what it's worth, I don't think you were in any danger. All that's really down there is an unhappy memory. One that keeps on growing. For the time being, that would be best. With the phantasmal focus, I can finally tap directly into the essence of the living lands. I can also use it to smack around anyone who gets in our way. The only thing we're missing now is an Adra pillar. And I know the perfect one.
The NECA.
Naku Tedek.
Yep.
The old godless ruin west of Fior. There should be some equipment waiting for us.
Yes, oh yes, the one with that fucking annoying ass priest bugging the hell out of her. She has this huge area. Jesus. What must be up?
Before we head out, let's make the most of our time in Fior. No telling how long we'll be gone. And I hate to be a problem, but I do my best work in small groups. Chalk it up to performance anxiety.
I'm gonna keep Kai. Yeah. Marius will probably head back to camp. I'm gonna use this.
That was not my finest hour. I was so angry. Mistakes were made. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, I don't want there to be any mistakes.
Sounds good. I need to do some hunting anyway.
Once we're all together, we should trade ghost stories. Best way to get acquainted. In the meantime, let's be off.
I mean, if you want to go get some like dinner or something, I might take you. So it's a new companion. I feel like it's been a while since we've had one. So Giatta uses anime to understand the world around her. While the science of souls remains controversial, she believes the untapped essence of the living lands can and should be put to good use. Totally fine. Conviction by supporting the party, armed with the Phantasmal Focus, she draws and spews her current. Okay. So purification. She heals and she can activate generator. Okay, I'll just take you around anyways. I'll do all the fighting, don't worry. And I like having Kai. Though I like Mario, but he doesn't really like animancy and that shit. Alright. What we have to do right now. Yeah, the totem, I still have to find some pieces. Battle Scars of Kai, that's where we visit his cabin. He wants to talk to us when we go to camp. This one's fucking annoying, but can't do nothing about it, so we just gotta track this. So travel to Nakadeki, whatever. Let's do that. And I'm actually gonna, we'll camp first, so that way I can talk to Kai and see where his little, story of his past life with Tama, and, when he first came to Paradise after he left the retiree army, military. And I want to also see, yeah, I just don't have any other pieces of this. Yeah, this is the one thing that's working.
I hope no one minds.
Voodoo doll.
I made myself at home.
Don't mind at all. It's good to have you. Tell us a bit about yourself, Giatta.
Let's see. A few things about me. I enjoy long conversations, and my favorite season is autumn. Apparently, I also snore, which annoys some people.
So do I.
What is this?
Glad it won't just be me now.
Look at this.
We should pitch our tents on either side of Marius. The drone really helps him sleep.
Right, that's me. And the first rule of camp is never listen to Kai. He's a blessed Nimdude of the highest order.
If anyone needs their soul tinkered on,
What is this?
don't hesitate to
This thing
ask.
looks really cool.
I'm rather good with souls.
I'll take your word for it.
It's like a mace thingy. It looks cool though. I like it. All right. Now I wanted to see. Like, I don't really have anything to upgrade. Now I did get a new weapon. Yeah, right here. Oh, I'm actually missing stuff. So bear claws. I need some bear claws. Okay. I can't mess with that.
I wish you could have seen Emerald stare in better.
Envoy? Hard to imagine what Giatta's going through right now, with her parents and all that. I mean, I have no idea what actually happened there, but she lost her people. She'll need time to get past that. And she deserves it. Right, changing the subject.
Okay.
Thanks for talking.
Let me think.
Oh, you have more to say.
Envoy? Right.
Tell me about it. Heard anything interesting? Tips of arrival.
Right. Right. Go. Giatta's a mystery to me. Animancers give me the vricus, and for good reason. Most of them would just as soon turn your soul into jewelry as look at you. Giatta seems different. She's smart, thoughtful, and she's got a spine, too. You can tell when someone needs extra help out here, and she doesn't. So, yeah, I don't understand her, but I guess I don't have to, really.
All right.
You too.
All right. Now let's get to you. How you feel about everything.
I still can't believe it. Dorso was betraying her brothers-in-arms, all in the name of saving Emerald Stair. At least she got what was coming to her.
Yeah.
I agree. It's just sobering to think she got to the point where murdering her own felt right. How do you keep yourself on the right path, especially when there's so much at stake? I was afraid you'd say something like that. Just please be careful.
Why, you think I'm gonna turn on you?
I saw this in Rauatai's campaign in the Deadfire. You start out with purpose. You're fighting alongside your brothers and sisters, battling pirates and slavers, bringing civilization to a lawless, divided land. But then, you're breaking up villages, turning tribes against their rivals. It gets messy, fast. Easier said than done. Empires are hungry, Envoy, and they devour their own, too. Don't let your allegiances turn you into something you can't live with.
Oh, yeah.
Get some rest, Envoy.
Is that it? Oh, that's all you want to talk about? All right. Now it's your turn.
Thank you again for letting me join you. An animancer never misses an opportunity to embrace the unknown. Still, being an animancer feels different without Fior Messiverno. For the first time, I don't have to prove myself to anyone. It'll take some getting used to, that's for sure. At least now I have a place I can call my own. Good, because I have a lot of research to do, and this could take a while. Not to change the topic, but this little adventure of ours, will it be dangerous?
I feel like this is the answer I want to go with because I feel like she's actually excited that this is dangerous.
Well, I never expected to live forever. My mother and father taught me how to defend myself, among other things. When you need me, I'll be ready. I hope so, anyway. Go on, then. I'm listening. Ah, you want a story? Very well. Settle in. It all started about 50 years ago, in the great city of Spirento. A young nobleman by the name of Maxim Vidaro sought to inherit a distinguished government position. We'll get to that. A distant cousin cheated Maxim out of the title. He was devastated, his political future uncertain. No one lifted a finger to help. Not the banks, not the merchants, or the politicians. So, Maxim did what Valians do best. Maxim plotted his revenge. They say he prayed to Scan, the effigy, god of rebellion and defiance, to ask for a blessing. And Scan answered. Take their best and brightest, their heirs, their scholars, their futures, to the far side of the world, never to return. And Maxim did just that. He gathered a following and left the Valian republics, giving thanks to his dark god. Spirento was full of animancers, many of them in debt, and Maxim was a wealthy patron. They needed each other. So the animancers followed Maxim all the way out here, including my parents, Quilici, and others around town. At the time, this place was an animancer's dream. No oversight, limited government, and soil rich with essence. 40 years later, Maxim vanished. They say the effigy came to collect his soul. Of course, you and I know better. He died peacefully, content that what he made would outlast him. His son has been in charge ever since, for better or worse. His father had the advantages of growing up in Valian society. So did mine. He and I might squabble in public from time to time, but we're both just figuring it all out as we go. Thanks for listening. We should do this again.
I love a good ghost story. Just not the dreams I have afterwards.
Hadn't heard all that before. Probably a lesson or two in there.
One of these days you'll have to tell me an Adiran ghost story. You learn a lot about people by what scares them. Let me think. Quilici has a girlfriend, as cute as a button, and as smart as an archmage. That isn't a secret. I'm just happy for him.
That's the little cat, the flirty cat girl, whatever.
Have you heard of the incident at Beldereno Pass? 20 settlers lost their lives in a winter storm. Ever since, people have heard ghostly cries from a nearby cave. Fascinating, isn't it? Tragic, of course, but fascinating. Sorry to disappoint you, but I haven't heard anything new of late. Being an outcast means being out of the loop. What are you so curious about? A simple question with a very complicated answer. The device is attuned to the spiritual energy of the living lands, much like a compass to magnetic north. But essence is chaotic by nature. As you saw with your own eyes, imposing order on chaos is not without risk. Not for long. Don't get me wrong, this invention is a small miracle, but it isn't enough. The phantasmal focus was supposed to be the start of something grand. One lever of a device that exists only in theory. Perhaps it should remain that way. Now that you mention it, I did try and awaken my soul, to become fully aware of my past lives. Every animancer tries and fails. It's practically a rite of passage. So, one evening, I crept into the workshop and cobbled an invention together from spare parts. Amateur work. Then I turned it on. Big mistake. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I was floating in the fountain, and my head was pounding like a drum.
You don't need animancy for that. Just rum and a crew on shore leave.
That answers a lot of questions, honestly.
Sometimes I wonder, what if it actually worked? What if all of this happened before, and I'm just reliving the events of a past life? I try not to think about it too much. That little island off of Dawnshore? None that I know of. Ignato Castle led the Valiant Trading Company in the Deadfire Archipelago. Among other things, he invested in the future of animancy, and apparently he had interests here. He had some ideas about moving great distances in the blink of an eye. As far as I know, he was unsuccessful. Animancy and ambition are a dangerous mixture. Intoxicating, but dangerous. Afraid not. I've heard a lot of contradictory stories coming out of the Deadfire in recent years. Some say Castle is still in power, while others think his second-in-command took over the Valiant Trading Company. You know how it is. Wherever there's conflict, there's bound to be misinformation. I hope not. I wouldn't want my family associated with speculation, corruption, and whatever else happened in the Deadfire. We have enough problems already. Unfortunately, that's all I know. Whether or not Castle succeeded, I don't think it's folly to dream. Anyone in particular? I warn you, I'm not the best judge of first impressions.
You want to hear this?
Kai is a useful fellow. We need people like him to keep you grounded. Just not too grounded. On the surface, Kai is all charm and confidence. You feel good knowing he's around. But there's something deeper. Something in his core that he guards from everyone. Maybe even himself.
Okay.
Anytime. Marius is working through something. An old wound that hasn't healed. A search for forgiveness? Who knows? He's a tough fellow, but I wouldn't put too much pressure on him. Anytime. We haven't been together long, but I think I have you figured out. In Paradise, you have a reputation for being an unlawful misfit. This is the frontier, after all. We don't exactly do things by the book. Fior Messiverno tolerates you well enough, No doubt thanks to my influence. Of course, all I know is what you've done. You may not think these choices reflect who you are. At the end of the day, you shouldn't care what anyone thinks. All that matters is how you see yourself. I've spilled all the gossip I know. Ask me again when there's a new face in camp.
Okay. That's not really the answer I was looking for, but oh well.
I suppose you deserve to know, after what I put you through. My mother wanted to expand Fior's agriculture. Feeding Emerald Stair wasn't ambitious enough. She wanted to feed the world. She thought she could break the wilderness, using animancy as the whip. Turn the living lands into a garden. Anything's possible, but there are significant problems to overcome. After my father put the finishing touches on the phantasmal focus, she was impatient to get started. After all, whoever controls the spirit of the living lands has nature in the palm of their hand. My father thought so too. Emerald Stair was just the beginning to her. My father thought she was brilliant. Others thought she was mad. I think she was a victim of her own ambition. She wanted so much, and there was so little time to achieve it. Theoretically, her plan should have worked. But the living lands had other ideas. When she used the phantasmal focus, theory collided with reality. Everything went wrong. No. To my knowledge, the accident was no everyday occurrence. But neither was the experiment. My mother transgressed on nature, on existence itself. Still, I don't understand what went wrong. When I do, then I can finish her work. I can't rule anything out, but I suspect the Dream Scourge had something to do with it. It lives in the essence of the living lands, corrupting whatever it touches.
Huh.
And if I'm right, that means it's been here a long time. Or the forces behind it. Don't worry. I've lived with it for a while now. I thought my family's research could help Emerald Stair. That it could banish the Dream Scourge from our lands. Of course, Vidaro wouldn't even give me a chance. He was afraid of history repeating itself. Still, I'm hopeful. This legacy of mine could change Animancy as we know it. And something tells me I'm close to a breakthrough. Closer than my mother ever got. I hardly think your Emperor would approve. Good thing he's on the other side of the world. No Animancer has engineered an ecosystem before. Maybe, with a little luck, I could be the first. Thanks for talking.
Oh wait, you got more to say?
I can't believe it.
Oh.
Ranger Dorsal, a traitor to Fior Messiverno. Shame we had to kill her. But at least now she can't hurt anyone else. The damage is contained, more or less. Usually, my people send traitors into exile. Let nature sort them out. Exile in the living lands is not the worst fate a criminal can suffer, but it's close, and always deserved. Still, it's a shame. Dorso gave up on the dream of Fior Messiverno. Blamed Animancers for the problems we tried to solve. And I hate to see anyone lose hope. That's all for now. Let me know if there's anything else. Thanks for talking.
Shit.
Maybe it seems like nothing to you, but to her it's everything. When you consider how many Orlans and dwarves there are, it's outrageous that we build so high off the ground. She's very special to me. Don't let her size fool you. On the inside, Yatsley stands as tall as a mountain.
Yatsley's
One
a
of these
cat
days,
girl,
she's going to change the world.
I'm assuming.
Shake things up. And I'll be at her side, grinning like a fool. Anyway, thanks again.
Yeah, you don't have a latcher.
What's on your mind? What do you...
Alright,
Until
now we
next
done?
time.
Okay. She wanted to give her opinion on a couple of things.
So, animancy, huh?
Alright.
Indeed.
We'll exit here. Oh, I'm gonna keep it the same. I'm just gonna keep those two. Now let's see what the voice has to say. I'm assuming the voice has something. Yep, it does.
Did they not glow in the light? Her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death.
Yeah.
The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe. They flower. They will never fade. They sing in peace. Was it not worth the change? Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells. Even the darkest evening clouds part with the morning mist. Sleep now. Dream of beauty and new life. We will speak soon.
Oh, I have no fucking doubt. But I'm not really. Alright, let's. I don't have to talk to this one?
I'm trying to work, but these mystics keep getting in my way.
I know, this bitch is annoying. Oh, at least I forgot. She's a new companion, so we let's see. I like, and so increases the move speed and attack speed from all allies. I like this. We're gonna unlock this. Increase the duration of acceleration. Yep, I want to increase the duration. Now do the cooldown. Well, let's max this out. Why not? There. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Alright. Because I did that, let's just save one more time. So we're inside here. And it still has an
There
eerie
should be
music.
some equipment by the Adra pillar.
We remember these walls. Yes, we have been here.
How come you didn't give me that voice when I came here before? Because there's a guy that came in here to steal from him.
Cannot know what this means to me.
And we found a stolen Main. There has to be a door behind this, I'm assuming. But
Well, here we are on the precipice of discovery, armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about? You're thinking like an animancer, and that's a good place to start. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy and give it a good shake. In layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and daring the dream scourge to show its ugly face.
uh-oh.
This is no time for hesitation.
Okay.
All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. All right, adjusting the frequency. The focus is warming up. I hope that's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Good thing Marius isn't here.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine, we twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door? Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless. Hold on to that feeling. We might need it again. Right before the door opened, I detected something in the Adra. It was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. We can study the affliction from here, but I don't know that we can stop it. We can discuss our feelings later. Right now, I need answers. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the affliction. I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar, where the energies are more potent. We shouldn't jump to conclusions. After you.
We gotta see what's down there now.
Gods! Did you open that door? I've been praying here for ages. And in all that time, I've never found a way down to the lower levels. Not one. You're going down there, aren't you? I wish I could help. All I can tell you is to take care. I tell the acolytes to walk softly for a reason. Something is alive down there. Or if not alive, moving. Careful, we'll be staying on this side of the door. Don't be careful. Be ready. If you don't return, I'll tell the others what happened.
Don't leave out how tall, good-looking, and charming we all are.
Fucking guy, man. Alright. It has been having this eerie music. He talks about walking softly because there's something sort of alive.
I did not bring us here to explore, but clearly something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
I wonder, did you open the door? Or did the door open for you?
I mean, maybe.
Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk more once we reach the bottom.
Whoa, that looks trippy. That still ass fucking water. Oh, I see what they want.
That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with at camp.
Oh, it's a piece of that, huh? Okay.
Just like the good old days.
Oh, is this that fucking water it hurts you? Yep, it is. It absolutely is. Okay.
Ready? Aim.
There's a trap right above it.
Oh.
Quiet as a soul.
Make worse and wrong!
Who's next? Anyone? I would not go swimming if I were you, unless you wish to meet your maker. There must be a way across. If not underwater, perhaps over it, with the help of some ice.
Left and rough!
Definitely not the easiest thing to be maneuvering around.
Left and rough!
did this even do? Oh, is it to turn that shit off? Oh, now I can. Oh, really? Okay, that's what that did. Oh, okay. So am I supposed to go down there? Well, it wants me to go that way, so why don't we go down this way? Wait, where am I now? I don't know why, I thought you were all fucking dead. Oh, 25 characters. I mean, it's cool, but I don't really have to worry about carrying too much in this. Just seem that way. Even when I do get overburdened, it's just like I break down like the common stuff. Is so cheap. Tell you this much: if like that first jump, like doing this in real life, something like this, like the first time you come through this side to get to the other one, you're just like, oh, is it gonna come to an end? Scary ass shit right there.
What in the name of Aora is that?
You, think it's sleeping?
I've never seen anything like it before. I don't believe it's a statue. No, this was a live one. Once. And the people who lived here were terrified of it. Whatever this is, at least it's dead.
It's
2
like,
points for the godless, none for the abominations.
so it's like a. I mean, this thing looks. So
We're
the
going
god
to die,
was
don't you?
spot this. Alright, use this. Jesus. It has like blades as feet, so the godless were fighting this? It's like a. I don't know, it's like a machined being, kind of. I don't know how you can call this. Huh. Does it have multiple faces, too?
Lead the way.
Interesting. Let's hope that's not what he's hearing down here.
Death into life. Interesting. The godless clearly had some ideas about reincarnation, even if they didn't have a god.
Every other culture I've come across reveres the gods, even if they give them different names and pictures.
Can you imagine life without any gods to guide your destiny? Without anyone shepherding you this way and that? Of course I can imagine it, but I'll wager you have a harder time.
I mean, I don't even know who my actual god is, but this is kind of furthering the idea that maybe this is just like a lost god or something. Like the god we used to. Here.
And Rob!
Looks like quite a party. Let's break it up. How did they even get down here? I'll say it. I'm impressed.
Ready to make an entrance?
If there are any monsters left,
I knew you
show
couldn't
yourselves.
take us.
Some of us have work to do. I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the Adra pillar.
Come, hear us through the Adra.
Lie. I don't really want to talk to you.
Find us.
Here maybe? Oh, it is. Alright, I guess we'll talk to you again.
We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us. The Godless erected many important sites around Pillars of Adra, though I can't speak to their motives. The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help.
Yeah, the voice.
The effect should be stronger than before. Brace yourself.
I do not consent to this. Whoa. Whoa.
You are here. You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts, we welcome you. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain. We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them. They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls. We felt the thrill of their wonder. We basked in their desire to know us. They brought their prayers to us. We answered. We do not remember how we grew. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life. Sapadal.
Do I kind of skip this and just try to, or do I want to talk about it more? So it is.
Our spark found you when you dreamed in the womb. Godlike, they said. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you. And you reach back. We have not known the joy of companionship in so long. Rod, we feel it too. Our hands are bound. Find us, free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea. Would that we knew. Our jailers gave us no explanation. But perhaps the ancients who were beloved to us, perhaps they can quiet the questions in your mind. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. We will try to explain. Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akita, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison. We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound. Find us in the garden. We twine, we await. First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. You rejected us once before. Let us lend our shade and strength, for your sake and ours. We offer you gifts any would covet, and you search them for rot? You are our kin, the seed of our soul. We would see you avoid our fate. We would see you survive. Will you accept it?
Ah. Well, I've been kind of rejecting the voice, but like kindly guiding it throughout the questions and stuff. Do I want to continue? So Sapadale. I guess what I'm really worried about is the Dream Scourge itself. Are they? It says that it's affecting them, but like, Aren't they the cause of it? I'm assuming. I'm gonna probably reject it.
A wasted gesture, then. It is yours to regret. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free us.
Gain the bonus ability with spend. That's fire. Okay. Ah.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought. Something like that. While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the living lands, somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness. You've heard of it. Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden of yours. If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot to say. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin. Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What are they to you? Excuse me? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this? A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something. Not the Adra itself, but how it comes together. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected, but that changed when Animancers came to the Living Lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora, connected only to itself, or so we believe. If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the Living Lands is their prison, their tomb. You could be right, but we have no way of knowing for certain. Not yet, anyway. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it. Indeed. That will be for you to judge. The real question is, where do I start? Doesn't ring a bell, but maybe someone's heard of it before. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fior Messiverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues. Gods, I don't know. The farms, the community, my research, they all depend on animancy. But the Dream Scourge is the end of animancy, The end of the living lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories. There's nothing more for us here.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
Wait. We smell the musk of war. We hear the clash of steel.
Huh. And my first thought is the Inquisitors exactly is here. But I don't know. But I was kind of on that track of like maybe this is a new god or something, you know, like that. But I'm assuming she's the Musk of War and we hear the Clash of Steel. I'm assuming the Inquisitors come here.
No. In the distance. They fade now. Was it a dream?
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter? Oh no. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on. There's a way up those stairs.
Up the stairs.
There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can only take so many revelations at a time. What we discovered here...
Yeah, I don't want to leave a wicked
changes
altar. That's just
everything.
mental.
A hidden god in the living lands. Who knew?
Maybe the other gods imprisoned this one? Maybe it's called the Living Lands because of the tree and mushroom-like figure of that god. And even, like, the god-like stuff that you can get to choose on your characters is all, you know, nature-like. Then the Dream Scourge itself is kind of like that. Well, is like that. So I wonder... Huh. I'm not level 15 yet. Alright, I'm not sure. I mean, I could decrease the stamina penalty, but I don't really care about that. I could increase my max health. I'm gonna do this at level 15. What do we got here? What do I have coming up? Arrow deflection. I guess I could maybe just save them for now, which I might do. Yeah, you know what? We'll just save them.
Oh my god! No!
Andres Debs. This was no accident.
Shit. What the hell happened? I mean, I took out the sealed Garot's presence.
What happened? Who did this? The city's under attack. Come, there isn't a moment to waste. I just hope Quilici is all right.
Something's burning. Doesn't look like the city, but let's make sure no one's hurt.
I can't believe this. All things considered, Fior Mesiverno looks undamaged. Surprising when you consider the state of our defenses. Whoever started this fight didn't come prepared to finish it. I will be happy to oblige them. Someone made a dangerous enemy today.
We'll fight them with you, Giatta.
They break. They bind us.
This is mine.
What do you mean they break their mind?
I was worried for a second. I hope everyone is all right. My people settled these lands in the name of freedom. It took 50 years, but our oppressors caught up to us. I hate living in interesting times.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Again and again they strike.
Oh. Would you look at that? Maybe they did send some more people here. Okay. Yeah, look at all these people. Damn. Jeez. They're really killing our soldiers, though. I guess we better fucking get some more training.
Hey, kid, let's set out. We've tarried long enough.
Yeah, I wonder if the Inquisitor is up here.
Good news, envoy.
There's the city. Thank goodness.
Let's save right before we talk to people of these.
It's good to see how...
Envoy, over here. I see you avoided the carnage. A few of your countrymen, well, let's say they didn't know any better.
You may have beaten us today, but it's only a matter of time before Emerald Stair bends the knee.
Shut up already. Since the two of you are kin, I thought maybe you could help squeeze some information out of him. Mind you, there's no need to literally squeeze it out of him. Unless you think that would help. What we know is this. The Steel Garrote marched on Emerald Stair. We're pretty sure they wanted to set us to the torch.
Yes, they did.
And you taught them the error of their ways. Well done.
Just doing my job, same as you. What I don't understand is why they came unprepared. Few soldiers, and even fewer supplies. If the Steel Garrote wanted to start a fire, they sure didn't pack a lot of firepower.
That was you?
Well, that's one question down. I'm sure the governor will want to thank you himself. As for our friend here...
It doesn't matter what you do to me. The living lands will be brought to heel.
Now listen. I am a patient man. But if you don't give us some answers, the envoy here is going to rip you in half. See what I'm talking about?
Your threats are wasted, cur. I have nothing to hide. Inquisitor Ludwig gave the order to march on Fior Messiverno. Emerald Stair's on the precipice of disaster. Crops have failed, the townsfolk are defiant, and it's only gotten worse.
I fail to see how attacking my city helps the situation.
The coast is the only habitable corner in the living lands. We can unite as one people, or let the wilderness take us. What choice do we have? Tradition led this place to its doom. Better that it burn, and the people start again.
That is, without a doubt, the worst justification for a war crime that I have ever heard.
Speaking from experience, people don't usually unite as one after you've attacked their home.
Ludwig tried to hasten the inevitable. Nothing more.
Ah, now that is what I call a thorough confession. What do you want to do with him? As an Adiran, I trust you know how to handle it by the book?
Violence is the language of the Steel Garrote. Nothing less will get through to them.
I say throw back the little ones if they're not in a position to do more harm. Besides, he's probably more scared of what'll happen if you don't kill him.
You might be.
Your call, envoy.
I actually think sending him back is probably better.
I will see to it myself. Too bad the road to Paradise is in bad shape. Our wagon might hit a bump or two.
As much as I want to rip his soul apart, maybe he's more useful to us alive.
I'd say so.
But you can't send me back to Ludwig. Don't you know what she does to people who fail her?
I can't wait to find out. See you around, Envoy.
Yeah. Well, she's back. Y'all getting sent back to her.
Than death, perhaps.
At least the flames didn't spread.
The ambassador, like, oof.
You did right by us. Thank you, Envoy.
Yeah, I'm still not a fan of this governor, though. I'm really not. I'm still not.
Envoy, I owe you my gratitude, and perhaps an apology. They tell me you're the reason our city is standing. You took care of the steel garrote before they could cause any serious damage. I can't imagine what it cost you to stand up to the likes of the steel garrote, but we won't forget it.
No doubt your Inquisitor is aware of what happened here. You've made a powerful enemy.
The Inquisitor is not one to be trifled with. I hope you are not punished for your generosity. As for us, we're still standing, but our enemies have little patience for failure.
We agree on one thing. The Steel Garrote have declared war on the Living Lands.
Call it what you like. This is an invasion of our sovereign territory.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradise. Today marks a notable victory, but we've only bought ourselves time, not salvation. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch, and I wasn't strong enough to bear it. Not for me, perhaps. You must understand. My mother is the Dream Scourge.
I know.
I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giatta.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it. What? And this is the source of our troubles? But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Quilici, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
There's no other explanation for the spiritual shift in the living lands. Something that slept has awoken. I believe there is still more to learn, but a disturbance on this scale could explain the changes to our ecosystem.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now... what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
But we can return someday. Rebuild your father's legacy. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradise.
And I want an explanation.
As long as we are Animancers, the adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
I don't know.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under Adheran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Oof, I've never even been to Thirdborn. I'm kind of like... I just don't... Like, my first reaction would be, oh yeah, Thirdborn, and they can, like... be free and help study. But then I also wonder, like, this carnage and the war is going to continue. But so maybe less people would die if they're already in Paradise, you know? I mean, that was my second thought after my first reaction. Was, yes, they can study, maybe they can actually help, but at least I feel like in Paradise, I feel like a lot of them are just going to fucking die. I'm gonna go with this. Though I don't know if I don't send them there, they won't be able to. Maybe I lose out and won't be able to completely get the Dream Scourge. I don't know. I'm gonna do this.
It's unpredictable, and that's why it has a chance to succeed.
When did you grow a spine, Ignacy?
Who says I have? Take care in your travels, Giatta. May we meet again.
My days of subterfuge are behind me. Be the leader these people need, and they will follow you anywhere.
What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Naku Kubel, which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Though the city was saved, my research wasn't, which means the Steel Garrote knows just as much as we do. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Oh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman. I would be surprised if your journey were that uncomplicated, but stranger things have happened.
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yatsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers. I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, envoy.
Exploring the living lands.
Giatta, thank goodness you're all right. We fought back the Steel Garrote, but I fear all we hurt was their pride. They'll come after us again.
At least now we can prepare. You faced oppression before and lived to tell of it.
Yes, but this flavor of oppression is different than it was in ages past. It has an urgency that frightens me.
I'll give the Steel Garrote something to fear.
You give me hope for the future, envoy. Thank you.
Are you going to be all right?
I trust the governor to look after our people. Anywhere is safer than Emerald Stair.
Yes, but it's you I'm worried about.
I won't lie to you, Giatta. War is a young man's game, and this attack has rattled me to my core. I hope that I live long enough to see peace return to the living lands. That is all.
There will be peace again. Somehow. Don't be a stranger. I'm still your apprentice after all.
Oh, I beg to differ. You have taken your education places I cannot follow. Be well, Giatta.
It's clear to me now. There is a threat in the living lands, but it is far greater than the Dream Scourge. You came to us for help, but you repaid it tenfold. I don't know how to repay you for thwarting the attack. Truly, I'm grateful. Now I'm sure you have other matters to attend to in the living lands, but let me know if you need anything else. You what? It's been so long since I gave up hope. In his final days, he was fond of going out into the wilderness, and increasingly less fond of returning. Mother seemed to understand, but I never did. That was an old grudge to nurse. At least he came to terms with it in the end. Maybe I'll visit him one day, when I find my courage. At least now I can. You could have left me wondering, but you didn't. Thank you, Godlike. From the bottom of my heart.
Ignacy, I'm sorry. Are you going to be all right?
I'll be fine, Giatta. You don't have to worry about me.
I'm not, but, you know, force of habit.
Thank you for trying. The short answer is yes, I'm aware. And I've tolerated it, up to a point.
So you tolerate her eccentricities, but not mine? How is that fair?
It's not her eccentricities I tolerate, but her good intentions. We are a community of animancers. Among other things, we have a healthy respect of the dead. I have no wish to anger the departed, but then again, my first responsibility is to the living. There's nothing wrong with staying informed. Damn. I assumed they had inside help, but to think it came from one of our own rangers. Tell me, what's your interest in this matter? If she convinced an Adiran envoy to unmask an Adiran spy, clearly I'm not paying her enough. I appreciate the warning. If more Adirans were like you, maybe we wouldn't have to worry about the Steel Garrote.
All right. This is the Shatterscape Gatehouse. I'm going to come back. I want to see if I can speak to the ambassador about all this shit going on. Because I feel like I'm starting to, because I'm trying to help the people, I'm trying to like get farther and farther away from like, obviously me and the Inquisitor aren't going to fucking end well, but like even the ambassador kind of feels like he's being left in the dark almost. And maybe now, since I've completed this main part of the story,
The Living Lands is...
I can, speak to him about what's going on.
Envoy, an alarming report crossed my desk. One of our agents in Emerald Stair never reported back from his assignment. Well done. Naturally. Fior Merciverno is a problem for Adir, but we have subtler ways of dealing with problems. Some of us do, anyway. Inquisitor Ludwig is not among them. You've done the Empire a great service by carving out one of its many imperfections. I'd call that a job well done.
Okay. When he first said that, I don't know, the way he worded it made me think that, I don't know, it just threw me off for a second.
What a grand part it's been. While you're here, will there be anything else?
Aren't you going to introduce us?
You must be the Animancer I've heard so much about. Every bit as outspoken as your reputation. Ambassador Falshin Heelguard, welcome to our modest embassy.
I wanted to see you for myself. The spider at the center of it all, hiding in his web.
Rest assured, Madame. I'm aware of what happened in Emerald Stair. My job is to prevent hostilities, not to provoke them.
We have nothing more to say to each other.
Envoy, need I remind you that traveling with an Animancer could be hazardous to your life, your very soul. Fair enough. But you might find reason to care when the Inquisitor learns of this. And she will, though not from me. But enough about unpleasant matters. Will there be anything else?
Huh. Not really what I was... Huh. I don't know what to make of the ambassador quite at the moment. He just seemed like a slick motherfucker. I'm not quite sure. Huh. Like, I feel like maybe the ambassador is pretty witted. He's scheming enough to kind of use the Inquisitor. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like the Emperor. I don't know.
Well, if it isn't the... Luckily, those steel garrote soldiers at the gate.
Oh, wait, what? It haven't bothered me.
Aye. They killed those poor rangers and have just been waiting there. Not a fan, I take it? Well, you're certainly not alone in that, friend. Anyway, it's not my business to interfere in. I've seen nothing and just wish to be on my way.
So this is the traitor that was in Paradise, like next to the Emerald Stair Gate. She's traveling around now. So there were rangers here, and I've seen them. I talked to them, but now there's... I mean, we were just talking about how they're gonna know that... Well, they have... they're gonna know, like, about her notes and stuff. They're gonna find it all. This looks cool. Vessels... Alright, I like that. Alright, what do we want to do? I might just save my money for the next area here. For now, I will take both of those, though. I need more of that stuff. There. Come here. I will put that in my stash. Just get rid of that crap. I don't need it. Alright. Oh, it's the redhead. It's the redhead girl, or captain. She's cute, but you're probably gonna die.
Come closer, envoy. A moment of your time, if you please. From one adherent to another. I go where the Inquisitor commands, just as you go where the Emperor commands. You interfered in our plans. Take it from me, Inquisitor Ludwig isn't at all pleased. In that case, maybe it's not too late to make amends.
You lost the fight for Emerald Stair, and now you ask for peace? Don't make me laugh.
Hear me out. That's all I ask. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head, and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our soldiers were poised to attack Fior Messiverno. If you had been made aware, you would not have interfered. My intentions exactly. You might not want to admit it, but Fior Messiverno is a settlement in decline. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. What exactly do you think you saved?
My home, which you have no right to condemn.
You've done nothing but condemn it. Shouting matches with the governor, open defiance.
I fight for my home because I cherish it, you shit-eating worm. Because I want us to survive.
Then I hope you enjoy the consequences of your actions. Fior Messiverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them.
Any good farmer knows when to put down an injured animal. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adir if that's what it takes. Because we have one thing in common. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, Envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you, but don't get in our way a second time. It won't end well. Perceptive. Maybe Ludwig was right about you. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
You don't have to answer that.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way. You didn't. I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last. That's a matter of perspective. Ludwig is keeping her dark impulses in check. This could have been far, far messier. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Tmerti. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances. You know, there's a depraved part of me that was hoping you'd make this interesting.
Let's make this a battle to remember.
Sorry it'll be over so quickly then.
We've got company!
And roll!
Done it better.
Left leg!
That's done? Who's hungry?
Yeah, they already... I mean, they don't take orders from the Emperor, from the fucking Burned Queen. They fucking already threatened to, you know, separate themselves anyways, which is probably better that way. We might as well just take care of the trash. Give me anything interesting. I was hoping that axe, I could get the axe from her. Because her axe actually did look cool. But, I guess not. Whatever. What's up, Mickey?
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention why the Steel Garrote attacked my fucking home. Did we? We were lucky this time. My people will be on high alert, but that doesn't mean we're safe. The Steel Garrote are hunting anyone who doesn't conform to their vision of the living lands. Our freedom is on the line.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn? Then she better come prepared. Thirdborners are a rugged bunch, and they don't give ground. Lots of Rowattians, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back changed. Fair enough.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This Dream Scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt. Don't look at me. Ask the voice in your head.
Everything we learned in Nakutadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the Dream Scourge.
Gods are never forthcoming with useful information, are they?
They're not.
Yatsley is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yatsley can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try. This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giatta. Giatta Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castel. Castel. Why does this name sing to us? A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes. We cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything? What? No. They must have confused me with someone else. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Nakutadek. But I'll take it over nothing.
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me, then? Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yatsley, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise.
Anything. Right. Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it. Thanks.
Takes courage to go back for something you lost. I wouldn't have it in me.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. I wanted to say, for all of its imperfections, Fior Mesiverno deserves a second chance. Thanks to you, it has one. I won't forget it. Not before we answer to her. Just to be safe, we should remain vigilant. Sleep in shifts. Look after each other. Rest while you can. Our enemies are organized, but so are we.
Let's get some rest. We have a long day ahead of us.
What do you got to talk about?
We should talk.
Yep. Okay.
What happened to Fior Messiverno could have been worse. A lot worse. But that doesn't mean the living land is safe. If anything, it's more dangerous by far. The steel garrote are just a symptom. I keep asking myself, how could I have missed this? How could I not have known an attack was coming? We were all so occupied with the Dream Scourge, we missed the enemy on our doorstep. No matter where Animancers go, someone is always trying to kill us. Nothing enrages the gods more than mortals in pursuit of knowledge. Don't worry. I plan to hold the mortals accountable. As many of them as it takes. Listen to me. A failed Animancer lashing out at everything in reach. Even with all the tools at my disposal, I couldn't stop the Dream Scourge. And I couldn't save my people. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't even help myself? Don't take this the wrong way, but you weren't raised by Animancers. Their ambition destroyed our family. Now it falls to me to find meaning in my parents' sacrifice. And I don't know if I can. I have some pondering to do. Let me know if there's anything else. You too. Don't take this the wrong way, but your friend the ambassador is an asshole.
I kind of want to say this.
Indeed, and I'm always right. What is it about authorities? No modesty, no humility, and barely any regard for others. In more ways than one. Does that kind of power appeal to you? Would you lord over this island as the ambassador does? You've seen enough conflict to know it's best avoided. Now that is true power. Well, I've kept you as a captive audience long enough. If there's anything else, just let me know. What's on your mind? I'm afraid not. I've spent a little time in Dawnshore, but this place is a mystery to me. It's good to be somewhere different. Somewhere I can build new memories. Whenever I'm reminded of how big this island really is, it makes my problems feel smaller. Go on then. Don't be shy. If I must. I've been meaning to tell you something. Sending my people to Paradise is a bold move. Bold, but more importantly, unpredictable. There's always a choice. It's just that sometimes they're all equally terrible. The Steel Garrote will keep a watchful eye on my people, but we will do the same to them, from inside the lion's den. Meanwhile, the adherents will enjoy their false sense of security for however long it lasts. Look, I know you didn't come to this island to help us. And yet you were here when others would have looked away. Despite everything that happened, it means a lot. In that case, let's go out there and make a good first impression. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Not before Whew, the heat is brutal. How do people live like this? Go on then, distract me. Well, my future is in shambles, and I have no idea what to do next. Oh, and my home is under attack by the acolytes of an insane witch god. Apart from that, fine. Truthfully, I'm a bit lost. Leaving Fior Messiverno was supposed to be liberating. We've seen and done incredible things, but I'm no closer to finishing my family's work. What I'm up against is much bigger than either of us. Through animancy, I can harness the wild essence of the living lands and put it to good use. But what if I tried, only to have it lash out and destroy me? I'd be no better off than my parents. The dream scourge is infecting our Adra, holding back my work. Until I understand it, until I can control it, I can't do anything. I'm useless. I'm nothing. Of course. I've heard that one before. Quilici always told me to slow down, to stop and appreciate the land I'm trying so hard to fix. But how can I slow down when I only have one lifetime to get this right? I'll find answers in the garden. For better or worse. Pleasant dreams. I knew the Steel Garrote were up to no good.
You smell death here.
Listen to me. Look here. Can you focus on my voice? Can you hear me clearly?
Wudigan Pre.
Yes,
More Steel Garrote, or whatever.
I can hear you.
You hear that crying? Pathetic.
That must have gouged a hole through our ranks. How many did you lose?
Too many. Not even counting the ones we had to put down because they turned into dream thralls.
I had to put down 3 good men myself.
Another Adiran, Kutabau.
Hold on. This isn't one of mine. Or Ludwig's. You must be the envoy Hilgard told me about.
Well, you picked a damn fine time to show up.
It was a bloodbath. Dream Thralls ambushed us an hour ago. We're still counting the dead.
Our dead, to be precise.
We lost soldiers too, protecting your people.
Yes, how heroic. Protecting Kith from Adiran dream thralls.
We did what we could, but the Dream Scourge moves quickly.
This plague doesn't care what banner you stand under, Envoy.
It's been difficult. My soldiers are forced to put blades through their comrades. Former comrades.
In all their military might, your Adiran comrades decided to go wandering through the desert, despite my advice. And now we're all paying for their idiocy. Thirdborners and Adirans alike.
We've since pulled back to Eagle's Reach until more reinforcements arrive to contain the Dream Thralls. Whatever your intentions here, Envoy, it's not worth it. Better to go back to Paradise where it's safe.
I doubt you're particularly needed in Thirdborn, of all places.
I'm sorry, Envoy. I don't recognize the name.
Of course, that strange Orlan scholar. She came through not too long ago. Should be in town by now. Before you go, Envoy, Kith aren't too keen on Adirans at the moment. Rumor of what happened in Fior is already starting to spread. Just watch your back, all right? I sure hope so.
They're not fighting over territory, they're fighting over who's...
You need something?
The bodies just keep stacking up.
It's quiet again.
Thirdborners have been on edge ever since the mines got shut down. Ah, welcome to the shit, Envoy. Sorry for the mess, but it can't be helped. Not when a fucking horde of Dream Thralls screams up the path. At least they're not coming out of the fucking rock like they did in the mines. Oh, Dream Thrall spiders.
Nothing is spared this plague. Neither the land, nor the creatures who inhabit it.
Aye, a living nightmare. They swarmed just like that. At least Dream Scourge people don't eat their kill. The powers that be decided we'd help Thirdborn reopen an old, abandoned sulfur mine. Help arm Thirdborn against the Dream Scourge, you see. Make friends. But it's not my place to talk about any of it. Follow the path down. You'll see the elevator. It's broken now, but the mines are just on the cliff above.
I used to hear stories about cave-ins up there. Watch your step.
If you hit the Leviathan skull when you're up there, you've gone too far. You'll know it when you see it. If it please you, sounds like they need all the help they can get.
Normally, spiders are beneficial to an ecosystem. But
So we get this giant desert
this.
area. That looks pretty cool. But I'm going to cut it here, and we'll tackle this here next episode. So a lot has happened, a lot to think about. So I can't wait to continue this. Just keep an eye out.